Hello, David from David's Broken Note. This is video 2, Trombone Basic Cleaning. Before we get into the cleaning portion, I'm going to show you guys the issues that we had solved from video 1, the assessment video for trombone. One, if you remember, that the mouthpiece had been damaged, so we rounded over the shank again, so now it shouldn't be a problem to getting stuck. Number 2 was the alignment of the body. You remember that these two sections had been misaligned, so now we've got them straight to where they need to be. And then number 3 was the hand slide itself, to where now what it should be, if I were to only hold the top slide and let the bottom slide fall, it should basically act as though nothing is holding it. So I'll show you guys. Perfect. That's what we want to see, to where there's nothing catching it. It should be extremely smooth, which is great, even though we haven't started the cleaning portion. This is a fairly smooth slide, and that's what we're looking for. So even though we are still going to do the cleaning, this at least is definitely a properly functioning slide, and now we're mostly addressing any of the food spit bacteria that would be inside of the instrument. So a couple of the tools that we're going to be using for that process are a number of different brushes. If you happen to have watched our trumpet video 2 video, the basic cleaning for, we have a number of different sized and different lengths of brushes. Larger ones with larger bristles, smaller ones with smaller bristles, to be able to fit in varying parts of the instrument. So the smaller one being for the shank of the mouthpiece, the larger ones being for some of the larger tubing, the longer ones, etc., etc. Most importantly, and this is one we absolutely recommend, is going to be the snake for the trombone. So something very long that should be able to reach the full length of the inner and outer slide of the trombone. And not a tool that you have to have, but one that we would recommend. And luckily, because this is a Yamaha YSL 200 AD, their student model trombone, it comes with this rod, which is extremely helpful for getting very deep inside of these slides and being able to basically just pull it out with a hook. You add a cloth inside of this section, and then you can in essence brush the full length of it. And it's a little easier because it's very stiff all the way along the rod, so you don't have to fight it as much in comparison to the snake. However, it's definitely more expensive, so do you have to have it? No, the snake is sufficient, but if you're maybe a particularly dirty trombone, it wouldn't be a bad idea to have something like that. Luckily, the Yamaha happens to come with one, so it's fantastic for our purposes today. So we'll move on to our cleaning sink, and we'll show you guys in the next section. Thank you. Okay, here we are at the sink. And for you guys at home, using your bathtub is probably going to be the best way to go about it, unless you happen to have a sink like this in your garage or somewhere in your house. But a bathtub will be great because you'll be able to get the full slide, the hand slide submerged, as well as the body. For what I have, this is more than enough that what we need to do. And all I'm going to do is essentially take the slides apart and running it with Dawn dish soap. So nothing super special, just Dawn is a fantastic degreaser, also kills a lot of germs and gunk and anything that might be inside the instrument. And we're just literally gonna brush and brush and brush everything on the inside, and that's it. So this section, I'm actually gonna speed up the video. There's nothing special to it. I'm just gonna take everything apart again and brush it and get it wet with Dawn, and that'll be it. So. Okay, we've done the basic cleaning. Now we're getting into the last steps, and because this, like I said before, this is the Yamaha YSL 200AD, and it came with that long cleaning rod, we're going to use that in the last step just to sort of clean out the inside of the outer hand slide. So all we do is get a cleaning cloth, and I ripped a small portion of it. It's probably about 2.5 inches in width, and then the full length of the cloth, and just rip a small section off of it. And very, very simple. All we're going to do is just sort of clean the inside, really dry off any remaining moisture that might still be in there. So that way we don't have water mixing in with the new lubricant that we're going to put inside of the Trombone hand slide. And that's basically it. Now, we've got, like I said, so this is Yamaha's Trombone slide lubricant. And I'm just using this because Yamaha with a Yamaha, I like keeping it within the family. And all we're gonna do, we'll shake this up a little. And then we're gonna put it on just this last section of the slide and spread it around. There we go. Then stick it inside the inner slide with the outer, and then we'll test just sort of up and down multiple times. We want to spread out the lubricant as much as possible. And if you remember a little earlier as to how smooth this slide was, now it's just like butter. Before it was dry, when we did our test, to where we hold the inner slide and we let go of the outer slide, and it should just fall straight down. That's what we're looking for. And then when we're done with that, we'll lock it. Slide lock, and we'll call this done. Coming to the main tuning slide, I like to use Yamaha's cork grease. It's a little bit of a thinner viscosity than their slide grease, so I like that just because it makes the slide go a little smoother. It doesn't drag as much, or especially as it gets cold, it doesn't harden as much. And we'll put it all around the circumference of the slides. And then we put it in, and we want to twist as we're putting it together. So we want to spread that lubricant around as much as possible. And we'll have a little excess that squeeze out. That's fine, we'll wipe that away. Just do each section. And then you can see all the squeeze out that we have. That's fine. I'll grab a cloth. Okay, and now the very, very last piece is going to be the mouthpiece. So during the sped up video, I didn't show you guys that I was cleaning the mouthpiece. Sorry about that. We just used the small brushes and just cleaned the inside of the shank. And if you can see the inside of the cup, it's much shinier. Dawn dish soap does a great job with that. But to really make sure the last step that this is clean and safe for the next person who's going to use it, we're going to spray it with alcohol, which our recommendation is the Roche Thomas, the Mighty Mist, the green, or I think they have a pink spray. Either one is fine. They both do a great job. We just want to spray the inside of that, and then we'll call that done. That is a basic cleaning for a trombone. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope this is something that you guys are able to do at home easily enough. If you find that your trombone happens to be any worse than what we had shown you here, we hope you'll consider bringing it in, or at least visiting your local music shop and consider getting an ultrasonic cleaning to really give it an in-depth cleaning. Remember, it is a job that you should do once a year, the ultrasonic cleaning, as well as the basic cleaning, this job that we've shown you here. That's something that you guys should be doing once a month. So thank you very much, and we'll see you guys in our next video.